Dacă e tot ok, cred că putem să începem de acum. Și dacă mai intră oameni pe parcurs mai târziu.
Ok, cool. În engleză, da?
Da.
Ok. Cool. Vede toată lumea?
Da.
Da, se vede.
Okay, cool. So, hello guys. I am so happy to host this webinar today because it's such a pleasure to just share the journey and share it with you, and hope it will be useful and you can apply as many stuff as you can. So let's start by who I am. I am Ana Zlătescu, the founder of Elevate Her. I am in the second year student at the Entrepreneurship Academy, the only business school in the Southeastern Europe. And I am the host of Elevate Her podcast, where I bring international successful entrepreneurs to share their stories. Well, I can consider myself right now successful because it's all I ever dreamed of, but it wasn't actually like that in the beginning. So my journey actually started in 2011 when I started my entrepreneurial journey designing jewelry and selling them at mainly craft fairs, online, and having and building my own business for about 8 years. Then I want to tell you that for me it was very important that I graduated Aspire High School, because it was the first time I ever felt like I was actually understood, and I wasn't the only one who just had big dreams and wanted to build a business. So for me, that point in July 2017 was very important, because I finally felt like I'm not actually so alone in this journey. And from that point, I had this extreme love for helping other people and making an impact in the world. And this is why I wanted to actually study at a business school and create a much bigger impact. So this is why I created a crowdfunding campaign for studying at the Entrepreneurship Academy, because it was and still is a very expensive school, and I actually didn't have the money to go to that school. So I created this crowdfunding campaign, and it was successful. And I want to share with you what was actually my vision back then, and the video I created to make this happen.
Bună, sunt Ana și am fost acceptată la singura facultate de business aplicat din România, de Entrepreneurship Academy. Visul meu e să ajut tinerii să-și descopere și să-și urmeze pasiunile. Te-ai gândit vreodată de ce tinerii noștri pleacă în afară și nu se mai întorc în țară? Pentru că potențialul lor extraordinar aici nu este pus în valoare și pentru că nu există oportunități necesare pentru a se dezvolta. Obișnuiam și eu să cred asta. Provin dintr-un oraș mic, Galați, unde am întâmpinat dificultăți mari în a găsi metode de a mă dezvolta personal și profesional. Îmi doream foarte mult să mă dezvolt, așa că am profitat de traininguri și materiale online, orice putea contribui la formarea mea. În același timp, eram dezamăgită pentru că evenimentele importante se întâmplau doar în orașele mari precum București sau Cluj și chiar dacă îmi doream, nu puteam avea acces la ele. Am început să privesc problema dintr-o perspectivă diferită. Cum ar fi dacă aș crea un business social prin care tinerii din toate orașele României să-și poată dezvolta abilități creative și antreprenoriale printr-o platformă digitalizată și interactivă? Cum ar fi dacă ar primi sprijin din partea unor mentori și ar fi promovați pentru realizările lor într-o comunitate de tineri motivați care împărtășesc aceleași valori? Misiunea mea este să fac acest lucru să se întâmple în România. La Entrepreneurship Academy va trebui să-mi încep afacerea din primul an. Voi învăța de la experții în antreprenoriat și voi forma o viziune globală prin schimburi de experiențe cu companii din Olanda, SUA și China. Însă, taxa percepută este de 7.200 de euro pe an și doar cu ajutorul tău pot începe studiile. Te invit să te alături visului meu contribuind printr-o donație. Hai să schimbăm împreună educația din România.
Okay, cool. So I think, yeah. Okay, cool. I will go back. Okay, so after I did that video and I was able to gather so many people, contribute to my dream, and just be there and help me with the contribution to just study at my dream school and to make that dream happen, I did the first event of Elevate Her in February 2020, like a few months before. So what I want to ask you is, why did you think that it took me 2 years to get me from what seemed a clear idea to action? You can unmute yourself or...
Was it because of fear or any other questions you had for yourself?
Okay.
Or was it financial reasons, maybe? Usually these things are hard to start from my POV.
Okay.
Time to build such a
I don't think I can hear you.
because it takes time to build such a big project.
Okay.
And so it doesn't come out on after a night, like.
Okay. Yeah. Other ideas?
Because you'd rather it be at its best potential than be done quick and just as it goes.
Can you repeat the first part again, please?
Because you would rather have it as you imagined it instead of having it just as it can be due to certain things that might not be available at the moment.
Okay. Yeah.
Or maybe to build a team first.
Nice objectives. I think that you like kind of all are there. Anyone else have other ideas? Or I can just go and share. Okay, I will go. So, you've guessed, it was mainly because of fear, mental health issues, and the feeling of not belonging. So, the funny part is that I felt like I don't belong anywhere. And even though I was able to get to like Entrepreneurship Academy, study there, and do all that stuff, I wanted a community of visionaries that could like share with me the same passion for entrepreneurship and making an impact in the world. But instead, I found like a bunch of people that only wanted to get rich quick or had no idea what they wanted to do, or they was like always rich and didn't want to do something specifically. So for me, it was like so down because there was like another place. I felt like the weird girl who's nerdy about everything entrepreneurship, and I was so exhausted of not belonging anywhere. So I lost hope. Like I gave up on all the vision and I tried to fit in because I was like so tired of always being that different one, and all I wanted to do was to be liked by others, please everyone, and don't be judged. And I really think that this can sound familiar to you because I really believe that there are so many stuff we just don't do because we are so afraid of what other people could think, and so we just stop there and we just want to fit in, and that's all. So the reason why I wanted so bad to fit in was because I was always the high achiever and the different one who had a passion for business at a young age. And I was respected, but I was secretly laughed at, envied, and avoided. And also, I was bullied and misunderstood from since I was like a little girl. Because as you saw in the beginning, I did like I had my own business since I was 11. It was all the things that I could ever focus on was just craft jewelry, sell them, build the business, and learn everything about business. And you know that maybe when you're in high school or when you're in just primary school or high school in general, there are not so many people that actually want to make money and build a business. The most of them want to just learn and I don't know, go to a college and then get a job. And I was always the different one. So it was very hard for me to fit in. So eventually when I was when I started the university, I dimmed my light. I became friends with everyone. I made a boyfriend. I had lots of fun. But actually, I found myself in the darkest place ever. And eventually, I was dealing with so much self-guilt, self-hate, and feeling like I'm never doing or being enough. And I was actually experiencing severe depression, anxiety, and panic attacks, which can also translate to mental health issues. And why is that? Because like I was so passionate like about building and doing something that I love, but just thinking about what other could think and what other could say, I was just not actually following my purpose and my passion. And this is what happens when you care too much about what other people think. It will never be enough of what you're doing, and yeah, you're just gonna lens something like that. So yeah, I was actually experiencing that even though I didn't quite realize what I was going through, because like depression and anxiety and panic attacks, I think that are stuff that many of us deal with, but not all of us like actually understand what they are. And I secretly never gave up on my dreams because like I was always watching tens of successful entrepreneurs online who were crushing it, and like they were showing me that everything is possible. So I knew like deep down in my heart that I can do it, but I came up with excuses mainly because I always think that, okay, those guys are from America and they have much more experience and they can do so much more than I do. But actually my main inspiration was actually a guy who is now like 19 years old and is a world-class entrepreneur, and he was crushing it. And I actually had him on the show 2 weeks ago, and the founder of Boss Babe. So what I mainly did was to just follow those people and have like that bit of a spark that I can do that. And actually elevate her, this is the funny part, was once work party girl. And you can see here, like I have this post from 18 February 2019, where I tried to like start the dream I had, but I just had no idea what I want to do. And I just started this Instagram page where I thought that I want to share beautiful picture and inspire others, and I had that passion in me, but I really didn't know how to do it. And this was like the actual first launch of Elevate Her. And then I tried again in July 2019 because like there was always that thing in me that wanted to just help other young girls and make an impact in the world and just do what I saw that it is possible to do it. But I just like I always gave up, and I never took it like in a business form and a business perspective, because like many other reasons that I will talk to you then after. So yeah, the main idea is that you really can't do great things when you are living with self-hate about how you look, how you think, how you talk, and how much money do you make. Because yeah, I wanted to create like something big and impactful, but I was like so afraid of it in some way, and I was just so I was those mental health issues that I had and that depression I was going through was the mainly reason why I couldn't just persevere, because it is very hard to do that when you just have no confidence in yourself. So the idea is that your brain, like from a scientific perspective, can help you think creatively and come up with ideas and put them into practice and like a big vision, because when you all you feed them is criticism, hate, and judgment, you can't get like creativity and cool ideas. So all you have to do actually is to be aware of your thoughts and how you're speaking to yourself. Because actually, like last year, when I was in this position of self-hate and self-doubt, I had no idea, like actually no idea that how bad I was speaking to myself. And like the first time I actually realized, okay, I'm speaking so bad about myself, was last year when I was watching the Untold live. And this is like a funny story, because I was just watching the live and I was telling myself how stupid I am because I'm not there, because look, all those people like are having fun and I'm not there. I could be there. Like, can you see, it was something as stupid as going to Untold, and I was self-criticism and self like sabotaging myself for such a small thing, but I was actually doing that. So the idea that I was so scared, like thinking and actually realizing how I'm speaking to myself, that in the next day after that, I just Googled online how to stop negative self-talk. And what I realized was like the first pages that came up were just start loving yourself and change the narrative. So what I did was to change the narrative from negative to positive thoughts, and to start seeing my worth and like how amazing and capable you can be. And the idea is to do everything from a place of love and gratitude. But yeah, you can think that it may sound simple to just say that, but actually it is simple if you practice something daily. So how to do that and how to just take back your power and start loving yourself more is by starting your day with self-love affirmation and gratitude journaling. So what I did back then was to just put myself three things that I feel I will be happy about at the end of the day, and just be proud every day, like for 30 days I think I did that. Be proud and name everything I did and I'm proud of myself, because when you have like no confidence at all and you just hate yourself and you think that you are so unworthy of anything, it's so easy to get that power back. So this is one thing that I did. And gratitude journaling is something that also helped me, because when you're in a state where you just see everything from a negative perspective and you just don't see how many other stuff can be done, it's very hard to create anything from a place of negativity actually. And this is something that I still do. Like every morning I wake up and I take my journal, I gratitude everything that I am grateful in that day, and I'm affirming like the self-love affirmation, like I'm capable, I am loved, I'm strong. So all the time I can feel and see how amazing and capable I am. Because it's very easy to just go back to that place of self-hate and just have those thoughts of I'm not doing enough, I'm not like being enough and all that stuff. But when you just create that habit of always like setting yourself up in the morning and doing all those stuff, it will be like much more easier for you to just continue on your journey. And another thing I do, and I did back then also, was to meditate. And actually, I started like the first time I meditated was when I was in 11th grade, but I didn't understood like the how to say it, what's behind meditation. I have to understand something when I'm doing it. I'm not doing it just because somebody told me. So yeah, I also like can invite you to just Google what are the benefits of meditation, and don't take it only from me. But the moment I understood from practicing this daily that I'm actually connecting with myself, and I am building that confidence in my instincts. And also, I'm learning to be in peace with myself, the world, and not be anxious all the time. So this is actually what meditation helped me with, because what I saw back then, the reason why I just couldn't start my business and like this dream business is because I had several other ones. It was mainly because I cared so much what other would think, and I cared so much, like I was very easily influenced, to put it that way. You could tell me like anything and I could trust you, because I didn't trust in myself and my gut, because I didn't have confidence in myself. So yeah, this is the main idea. And when you actually meditate, you like this is what happened for me. I connected it with myself, and I start believing and understanding that there's this inner instinct and this inner voice that I can that is actually my higher self, and this is what I have to follow. So right now, if someone tells me that maybe my idea is not good, I first ask myself and like my inner self what I think, and then I take a decision. This is like how meditation helped me to go from extremely influenceable and just having no confidence in me, and doing everything I set my mind to. Okay, so these were mainly for just taking back your power, and more on like the mental and the spiritual part. But right now I want to get like how to actually take like an idea, everything you have right now, and any dream, like maybe you want to be a singer, or maybe you want to just write a book, or anything you want to do, and actually start doing that. So the first thing that I must tell you, and it's like make it or break it, it's to give up on your perfectionism. Because like I growing up, I was always a perfectionist, and for me it was, if it's not perfect, it's not worth doing it. And I'm sure that there are so many other people that are thinking the same, because when you are used to having like the best grades, or like the best, to be the best in your class and to be the best in everything, when you start doing something new, guess what? There's so many things that you don't know, and you just stop doing that, because you're too afraid that you will show yourself like a part of you that doesn't actually know a lot of stuff. So yeah, the idea is to commit to learn as you go, take messy action and consistent action, treat everything as an experience, and think that applied knowledge is the best knowledge. Because okay, so my idea of elevator was from 2 years ago. I kind of launched the project in February 2019, and actually got a team with me when I was in August last year. But since August until February, there were 6 months where I was just thinking that this is something that I would love to do. Let me see what I can do. Let me see how I can monetize it. So I was just procrastinating the launch because I was too afraid that it will not be perfect. So yeah, this is like my main advice for you, to just understand where your perfectionism comes from and just take action as fast as you can, because this is the only way where you can actually see results. And the next part is to not see your success in just starting, but to see your success in just starting and not in the results you get. Because if you tie up your worth to your outcome, you will give up too soon, and you'll realize that you actually have no idea what you're doing and you suck at so many things. Because there are too many things you can't be perfect in the beginning, and that you better just stop trying. So what I actually felt back then, and what I suggest you, and maybe you feel this way, is that when you are already tired of feeling that you are not good enough, and you just don't want another thing on your list to be ashamed of, because this is what exactly what happened in my case. And I'm just very honest with you, because maybe some of you feel the same and can learn something from it. So the idea is that you don't, like, you build confidence by starting and testing and doing to prove yourself how capable you are. You can't just think about how could like that dream sound, or just positively think about your best version of yourself, but not taking any action on that. And this is what I did. And when I realized I'm doing that, I was absolutely shocked, because I felt actually in love with dreaming about my ideal self, and dreaming about my ideal business, and only dreaming and like fantasizing about how I wanted to look like, but I didn't take any action. And the confidence that you have in yourself and the narrative that you change in your mind actually comes from taking action and proving yourself that you are more, and that you are not that like unworthy and all that negative stuff you have in your head. You're so much more than that. Okay. Another thing that I did was to develop a serving mentality. So in the beginning, I just felt like I was always thinking, how can I make more money? How can I become successful? How can I become a millionaire? How can I be like on the Forbes magazine? Because these are all some of my dreams, but they're focused on me. And I had so many people like in the years tell me that I'm too focused on myself, that I think only about myself, that I'm too selfish and stuff like that, that you really don't want to hear. And I just couldn't understand why people were telling me that. And that was because I was mainly focused on myself and on how I can be the one that can make money and be successful and all that stuff. And I didn't think about other people and how I can help other people. So the idea is, and maybe you can write this down, to change the question you ask yourself from how can I make money to how can I help people. Because like when you want to start a business, it's like you can't build a business if it's not about people. So the idea is that you always want to help people, and you want to make people's lives better, and you just want to be something in your client's life that they can't live without. So it's not about you, actually. When you go into business, it's about the others, and it's about how you can help them and how you can serve them. And something that also like I was struggling with, because I really didn't know how to make money. And like I met a friend when I was back in Cape Town in South Africa, and I asked him, how can I make money? Like I was so obsessed, because in my university you must build a business and have profit. And I was just didn't saw a way that I can actually make money. So what he told me was that if you aren't making money, you aren't creating enough. And that for me was like a pivotal point of my life, because in that point I was actually I wasn't creating. I wasn't putting my ideas into practice. I was just only thinking about them. And like creating means like anything, even just posting a blog post you want to post, or just sharing something you've done, or like anything you want to do. It's just the idea to create and period. Because from that creation and from that like action you just took, everything will fall into place. And what I did from there was to just, okay, create and don't think about the money. So I started my YouTube channel. I just started I started building my website for Elevate Her. I started like creating content in the best way I could, because this is what I knew. Okay, if I am creating content and if I am providing value to people, some way I will attract the idea, and I will attract the opportunities, and I will eventually make money. But everything starts with, how are you serving others, how are you helping people, and how are you creating value. And even though I had the first event in February for Elevate Her, the main problem was that I didn't know how to monetize it. And I didn't know like how can I actually provide value and help other young women to actually build confidence in themselves. I didn't know how I can do that for so long. And when I started changing this narrative in my head, was actually when Corona happened. So the first thing that came into my mind when I saw that we're in lockdown and we just we can't go out, all my friends were panicked, became like so anxious, started like feeling all those feelings that I had a year ago. And I realized that I can help them, because I changed the narrative of how I can become successful to how I can help other people. So this was the main, like the thing that changed everything for Elevate Her, because from that point, like from the beginning of the lockdown, I changed everything about this business, and I understood better what I can do and how I can help people. Because until that moment, I had no idea that I can actually help other people become more confident, or help other people understand what anxiety and depression means. Because like I thought that everyone knows what this is. But when I was talking to my friends in the beginning of the lockdown, they were telling me, Anna, I just started crying out of nowhere and I'm feeling like I'm not good enough. What should I do? And it was that friend, and I told her, you know, Irina, you're actually experiencing a panic attack. And she was like, no, I can't experience a panic attack. I'm not sick. No, you're not sick. It's something that it's very, very common, and you just have to know how to deal with that. So for me, this was the thing that's changed the whole business. Okay, the next part is to surround yourself with winners. And if your current friends don't help you grow, just change them. And I can advise you to make it a habit to meet with at least one new motivated person every week. And take advice only from people who are already where you want to be, and also think global. Because in my case, I always wanted and dreamed of creating so many like big businesses, and I was such a visionary, and I just had this big vision about how I want my life to look like. But in my group of friends, I didn't have those kind of people. So it was very hard for me to not feel like I'm just the different one or the misfit one, like I was telling you in the beginning. So what I started doing was to just connect with people who have the same vision as me. And for me, that was like a problem, because in Romania I couldn't find so many people, and like I'm trying and I'm connecting every day with as many entrepreneurs as I can. But what I found was that I was mostly like had the same vision with people from other states. And now you can see, if you check the podcast, that I'm bringing successful entrepreneurs from America, that I can actually feel that we are on the same page. And it's very important to have people on your side that actually have that drive and that same mission. And it doesn't have to be about business or entrepreneurship. This was my case, but for you, it may be like in any industry or anything you want to do. It's very important to have the friends around you that share the same vision as you do. Okay, so another thing that I can just tell you is to own your dream. And for that, I want you to open Menti. And this is how it looks like. Okay, so the idea is that you have to take your phones. This is like an interactive part. Okay, so take your phones and write menti.com in Google, and then introduce that code 618141. Tell me how it goes. If you have like problems, just unmute yourself and tell me.
Sorry, do I? Oh, okay. I was gonna ask if I have to make an account.
Okay, this is the part that I love the most. Yeah, so the idea of sharing your biggest dream was actually own it and understand and have a very clear vision of how your biggest dream look like. Because when you're not focusing on that, it's very easy to just think that you don't have a dream, or to just not focus on what you want to do. It's just something that you have in your head, and something that you mainly want to do someday, like one day, but you just don't start applying it. Okay, so we have 24. We need 25. We need 20 more people to say their dream. Okay, so many big dreams here. So inspiring. Design for Apple, design for Google, inspire women, make people happy, bringing Romania in UNSC, becoming an inspiration, love myself, become a psychologist, make a change in the world, be successful being myself, helping people. So I love that helping people is so big because more of you said that. I love that. Love myself. Create my fashion house. Wow. Oh, so many dreams. Love it. Okay. Being an entrepreneur, UN delegate. Okay, so we are officially all of us just share the dream, and now I want you to tell me how you feel and how you felt when you wrote the dream and you just see all those inspiring dreams there. Who wants to start? Okay.
May I?
Yeah, sure.
Well, while writing it, I think I was very reticent in thinking about it because it's a thing I've been avoiding for a long time. But when seeing so many people that share a common vision, the UN thing or the helping people, it became
Okay.
much easier. It seemed like um, it's not as hard as it seems. So it's quite inspiring and encouraging.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Love that. So it's mainly, as I told you, surround yourself with winners and motivated people because you'll see that your big dreams are actually not that big enough, and you actually can share the same vision. Anyone else?
Hi, can you hear me?
I think I can, but you can turn the volume up, please, like a little bit.
Um, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Um, I wrote that I want to be a psychiatrist.
Okay.
I want to help people who are struggling with severe mental health, and I think that they don't have to be in that dark spot on their life forever because some of them may think so, and I want to show them that there is light in their life, and I just want to bring people who feel that way out of that zone they're in, and make them realize that they're important, that they matter for many others, and that just they have a purpose in this life.
Okay, so cool. Congrats for that. And you have all my support because I think that mental health right now should be so much more talked about and should become like the mainstream. Because, yeah, I think that what people think right now about like mental health is that, as I told you, it's something like an illness or something, but actually sharing what it actually is helps a lot. So you have all my support, Theodora.
Thank you so much. It means a lot to me.
Anyone else?
Hi, Anna.
Hello.
So, I said without staying long to think that help Romania to be better place, because to be honest, I'm tired to hear from all the corners, all the people, Romania is not good enough, and everywhere in the world is good, but Romania not. And so my way to do that, to be honest, is to work in statistics, because is one of my passions.
Okay, that's so cool. Congrats.
And because let me finish. Because I think it will be important from all the people and all the all the companies to know exactly all the data which can be collected about the every economical sector, and to see how, and then to propose to those who have the resources, that I don't know, the capabilities to 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 im- to, im- to improve the food to be. and
Okay.
and to be honest, in our country's case, and especially in in my ta- in my town's case, which funny thing is neighbor of yours, because I know you are from Galatz. I'm from Brela.
Okay.
That's funny, no? And I know there are many things which have to be done for this town to increase. Because, to be honest, I really believe that we are living right now like in really towns which are almost on the to be put on the debt.
Yeah, I totally understand, and I am so grateful that there are people like you that really want to make a change, and you have like all my support on what you want to do. But I think that we have to just move on a little bit, because we are approaching the finish hour, and I really want to hear about what other have just think about. And I see that in the chat Ioana said that I'm okay, mental health awareness and to create the fashion house. I also want to become a psychiatrist and help people find out what problems they have. I have been bullied since kindergarten, and I'm dealing with severe anxiety and depression. When it comes to the fashion house, I want to be able to help people to express themselves in their own personal way. And I have a signature style. I'm working and slowly making money to make my dreams come true. Oh my God, Ioana, I just love that. And I love the fact that there are more people that actually want to make like more available like the idea of mental health to more people. And I'm so grateful for people like you that actually want to make a change in the world. And
Nu, stau bine.
okay, wait a second.
Ei, urmărește ceva.
Okay, other people that want to share their dream, there can be only one, and then we can just
If I may.
Okay.
What I wrote is becoming a UN delegate, and it is a bit idealistic because only a few lucky people get there, and it's a lot of work that you have to put into achieving such a dream. But I am more than willing to dedicate whatever needs to be dedicated in order to achieve this dream of mine. And writing it down, it just made me realize that the university that I want to go to and the major that I want to specialize in are just small steps to getting there.
So cool. And congrats for that. And I can see that more people here want to become a UN delegate. So you have friends that you can support each other and make your dream happen.
Thank you.
Congrats. Okay, cool. So I think I'm going to go to the next slide. Okay. So you all shared your dreams and they are all just so inspiring. I love that. But what I'm gonna tell you is not to follow your dream, but to follow the fear. And I know that that may seem weird, but this is what helped me actually achieve my dream. Because sometimes like fears will be bigger than your dreams and they will stop you from becoming your true self. And the way to build confidence is to overcome countless fears and prove yourself how capable you are. So what I found about myself last year was I just understood at some point that I was living in fear. It was just, I think I realized that when it was like October 2019, and I was afraid of doing like anything. I was just living in so much fears, and I had so many fears that I couldn't name them. So this is like the most important part and the first part in the journey, to just name your fear and say like, what are you actually afraid of? You wanna you are afraid of what other people would think of you. You are afraid of success. You are afraid of failure. Just understand what are you actually afraid of and confront the fear, because this is what will build confidence. And when like in this journey of making your dream happen, the idea is to become friend with your fear, because fear will never just go away. I still have a lot of fears about how will Elevate her look like, or how like I am going to like post something or make a sales page or stuff like that. So fear still exists, but it's very important to just understand and change the way you look at fear and follow it. And okay, wait a second. What I want to do next with you is to go in Menti again and share what is your biggest fear. Okay, let them come. Let's see, what are your fears? Loneliness, rejection, being alone, not being understood, ignorance, failure, being judged. Okay. Not being loved. Oh, yes. Keep being misunderstood. Okay. Losing my closest people. Oh, yeah. How many people I've lost in this journey. Disappointing people. Yes, to that. Being alone. Okay. Let them come. What do we have here? Loneliness, failure, being alone, being judged, rejection, disappointing people. So it seems like failure is the winner so far. Yeah. Fear of failure. Come on. 10 more people, I guess. Legislative obstacles. Being rejected by all. Oh. Wow, so many I can just relate to. Lack of money. Yes. Betrayal. Dying without succeeding. Oh yes, I had that fear. Being forced to do things. Come on, guys. 10 more people. 10 more fears, actually. Okay, so I can understand that you're out of fears and ideas because it's not moving anymore. Okay, maybe we'll leave it like that because we actually have to go into the question section. And yeah, so seeing those so many fears here and just reading them, guys, how does it feel for you to see that there are so many fears that you can actually share with others and you're not alone in this? Who wants to be vulnerable for a couple of seconds?
Me?
Okay, go.
It kind of feels comfortable knowing that it's not just me who feels that way, but I can share my thoughts and emotions with others.
Okay, love that.
It's a good feeling.
I know.
I'm not alone, and that others care.
Yeah, so basically you're not alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone else want to share?
Can I go?
Yeah, sure.
So I only wrote one fear, being unsuccessful, but I actually have two. That one and like investing in something and then just losing all the money and like having nothing. And ever since I was like 15, I always had like dreams to do that and that and that, and I was always afraid. Like, first of all, I have no money because I was still depending on my parents, and if I lose them, well, what will I do? And second of all, like, if I was to start something and then it would just fail and there would be just criticism from all the people and just I just look like a failure.
Yeah.
So I still have those until today, and I'm kind of trying to get rid of those because I see more and more successful entrepreneurs having them, and then just saying that just do it, just go out there and do it. I'm done.
Yeah. So you actually know what you have to do, and yeah, with the part of the money, it was the thing that I struggled with the most, and actually in the first year, because in my university, like everyone is rich. It's just everyone is like the son of some kind of entrepreneur, and everyone has money. And I didn't have money, so this was like one of the fears that I had to go through, to just understand that it's up to me how a dream will look like. Okay. So I see that Ioana said that it feels nice that there's a no judgment place as we all have similar fears. Oh yeah, exactly. This is what I wanted to create, to understand that you are not alone. And it's safe to say that you have fears. Cool. Anybody else that want to share?
Hi again.
Okay. Hey.
Hey. To be honest, I said legislative obstacles because I have to be honest. One more dream, which I know it starts to take shape in the world, but not in the extended dream. Is, to be honest, how cool would it be in like, don't know, 10, 20 years to see on Romanian roads fully connected in autonomous vehicles.
Okay, that's cool. But the question was, how do you feel sharing your fear?
To be honest, to be honest, to answer this, it was a good feeling because I stated also losing of my current friends in the way, and I saw here many people who are thinking of that, and
Okay, I'm so glad to hear that.
actually I say you will lose. Yeah.
Okay, so we have another girl that said that I'd also say that besides failure, also the idea that other people know that you failed is a fear that stops me a lot in my decisions, which is kind of different from the fear of being judged. So also the idea that other people know that you failed is a fear that stops me. Yeah, so I can share with you on that my my experience. Okay, so when I got into university, I went and I was working like in a company with the social media stuff, and actually I just quit, but I was kind of fired, and my boss said that I'm not ambitious, I'm not good of anything. He just saw me and demonstrated me that I am not capable of anything. And for me, that was so bad because actually that person actually contributed to my dream when I was having the crowdfunding campaign. So seeing someone that like saw me fail was I was thinking about him like all the time. So I can understand that it's okay to know, like, have people that know that you failed, but just think about your success story, right? So you're there, you're already successful, you have your dream happen, and you share with others, like what I'm doing right now. I'm sharing my failures actually. So I'm sharing how bad I was with my behavior, how I was experiencing mental health issues. So this is like, failure is something normal and it's something that all people have, but it's upon you how you can turn that failure into your advantage and that failure into an opportunity to grow from. Because if you don't have failure and if you don't have like moments where you can just learn from it, because success is just, okay, so I had like a success story, but people relate to stories. So this is my what I can share with you. So hope that helps. And yeah, okay, cool. I have another thing that I want to share with you. Okay, wait a second. So this is like sharing all these dreams and all the fears actually got me to the point of the reason why I created Elevate Her is because I really wanted to help other young females and other young women who understand that they have fears and that they may have insecurities, but the idea is to acknowledge them and acknowledge your inner powers and to just go with them and have like the desire to make your dream happen bigger than your fear. And it's like everything I've created now with Elevate Her is exactly what I needed back then when I was experiencing so many insecurity and self-doubt. Because back then I didn't have a community to share all these fears and all these dreams with. I didn't know how I can start loving myself again. I didn't know how I can actually make my dream happen because I was always procrastinating it. So right now I want to share with you like the video I did, the testimonials from the girls from the first program, and it's just very inspiring to see like how many impact you can bring into the world if you just stop the fear and follow the dream. This is the only reason why I am sharing with you this. Okay, let me go and share. Okay, wait a second. Wait.
Bună, numele meu este Arina. Bună, eu sunt Alina. Bună, eu sunt Irina. Hei, sunt Alexandra. Salut, numele meu este Casiana. Bună, numele meu este Raula Emilie. Pot spune că programul oferit de către Ana Zlătescu a fost minunat. Mi-a recăpătat încrederea de sine. Programul ăsta m-a ajutat să trec peste niște chestii care mă afectau, să mă pun pe mine pe primul loc, să realizez că sunt suficientă și fac chiar mai mult de atâta. Pentru mine a avut beneficii clare, având în vedere că mi-am setat oarecum niște obiective care mă vor ajuta să fiu mai aproape de goal-urile mele finale, să zic așa, și sunt foarte mulțumită și foarte
We cannot see.
Oh, really? Wow, okay. Sorry. I think I don't know how to do this. Please bear with me. Okay. Okay, let me know if you see this. You see Elevate Her?
No.
Wow.
No.
We see you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now can you see?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, but can you please mute yourself while the video is playing because we can hear the audio twice.
Okay. Sure. I have to understand. Can you just mute me?
Sure.
Now we can't hear the video.
We cannot hear what they say, what they're saying.
Anna, we can't hear the audio of the video.
Maybe I will just
Unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so it was actually a video that maybe I can post it here after, about how like the girls were influenced by the program. But I think it doesn't work, so it's just it's fine. Yeah, okay, so I'll go into just the last slide and that's it.
Maybe you could tell us where to find the video, and then
Yeah, sure.
watch it
It
afterwards.
will be posted. Yeah, it will be posted in tomorrow, so you can. I just wanted you to just have like a sneak peek before. But yeah, I can just share with you the last slide and the surprise. And yes. Ooh, wait a second. Yeah, so this is why I created the program, and this is how the next program will look like. So the idea is that what I wanna like do now is to help you become more confident in 21 days and take action on your dreams. And this program will be 21 days of daily gratitude and self-love, 4 expert trainings with meditation, helping you discover your inner powers, helping you understand how to become more confident from a psychological perspective, and helping you actually set your goals for yourself. And with each training, there will be a challenge that you can like work on, because all the you actually build the confidence with the action that you take, as I mentioned before. And there will be an exclusive community of young females. So this is actually the first time I'm presenting the idea, because it will actually be launched tomorrow. So you're actually the first people to know about it, and I'm like very excited because I really love what the people from BYMUN do here, and I wanted you to just have this opportunity. And also I wanted to, because you are the first one to know, to just know that you wanna, if you wanna take all that I told you and have someone that can guide you on this path, I can help with that. And I can also, I'm offering you a 25% off if you use the code ElevateX BYMUN, because this is like my little present from me to you, just because you are here and you listened to the talk and you were so willing to share your fears and your dreams. And yeah, this is my gift from me to you. Cool. So just have maybe wrote that somewhere, that you can actually use the code. And here is also a book list that I'm sharing with you. I am like, these are all the books that I've read along the years, and you can see some of them here in my room, and they all help me like with confronting my fears, with building my personal brand, with spirituality, money, and building my my own goals. So yeah, this is like how you can take that and just move forward. And this is like the last thing that I want to tell you, is just know that you are the creator of your own life. And this is like the conclusion of all this presentation that I had for you, that you are the responsible for how your life will look like, and only you can take action. And we can connect here. I have a group for Elevator on Facebook, and you can follow me on Instagram, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and also Elevator on Instagram. And that's it.
Thank you for the presentation. It was great information.
Thank you. I'm so grateful for everyone that just joined. I just want to know if you have any more questions. Maybe.
I have one out of curiosity, because every time I try to do something, I always think of the name. So how did you come up with the name Elevate Her, and if you had any other names, or if you got the inspiration from?
Okay, yeah, sure. So as I told you, like in the presentation, the first name I had for like this idea was Work Party Girl. So it was like this was the first idea, because I wanted to be like something fun and cool, but it didn't felt right. And actually the name for Elevate Her is funny, because I'm so in love with techno music. For everyone that knows me, I'm just obsessed with techno, and it's like one song that it's called Elevate, and I was listening to it, and it says like elevate your mind and elevate your spirit, elevate, elevate, elevate. And when I was thinking about the name for the project, that idea came to me, and I thought that it felt right, but it came like from a techno song. So it's, yeah. This is the story.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, like aside from the universe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Other questions, maybe?
Do you have some tips on how to motivate yourself to do that change or to improve it?
What changed?
Like the change, since you said that you are the only one that can make a change in your life, and
Okay.
how can you motivate? Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So how you can be motivated to make the change?
Yes.
Okay. So for that, it actually comes from inside and from knowing your purpose. So what I can tell you right now is to just start your journey of discovering and seeking your purpose. And how you can do that is just asking yourself one question, and maybe you can write that down. And it is, what I am already doing that no one actually makes me to do it. Like, see your pattern, and what are you just doing because you want to, not because you have to. Because what I'm been doing with Elevate Her was just researching obsessively and saving so many pictures about like female empowerment and helping others, and it was just something that came from inside. No one was just telling me to do that. And another question that you can ask yourself is, what would you do if money and time wouldn't stop you? So it's just, it doesn't have to be for the money, because it's for the money, the motivation will just go away. And if you know your purpose and you have like a clear understanding of what you want to do and how you want to be, the motivation is there. Does it help?
Yes, thank you.
Cool.
Anna, I have a question.
Okay. Hello, Sandra.
Hey, I wasn't sure if you can hear me very well.
Yes.
I was wondering, how did you manage to pass through all of this experience? Like at the beginning, I guess that you had some failures or people that were judging you, or maybe you didn't feel like you are fitting in some environment. How could you find your power and to continue? Achieve your dream? How could you do that? Because I find it hard, but just to not give up. It's a struggle. This is how I see it.
Yeah, it is a lot of struggle. And it's just, for me, it was that day when I was just sick of my excuses. like I've been making so many excuses along the years and along the past years that it was just enough, you know. I was just, okay, stop everything that you're doing, just stop, and just do what you want to do, you know. And besides that, it's just you have to know where like that struggle comes from, because as I told you, I struggled with mental health issues, and actually what I had to work on was not on my dream. So it wasn't about working and hustling and putting in the work and doing all the stuff. It was actually about building confidence in myself. And building confidence in myself was to start seeing my worth and start seeing and writing down every day why I am proud of myself, what I've done good, what is that thing that I'm so amazed and grateful for. Because self-love and gratitude helps you actually take back your power. And this is what I'm doing within the Elevate Her program. I am give, like, you have the power. I can't motivate you, so I can't tell you just go and do the stuff. You have to do that, and you have to just implement a daily practice to own your power and see that you are actually capable of so many things, and then start taking small little actions. Because what I did back then, I couldn't just start building a business right away with so many fears in my head. I had to start very small, like take all the fears down and follow them. This is exactly what I did. So when I was back in Cape Town, in South Africa, my goal for that journey was to just see my fears and start taking one by one. And I just start seeing that I was afraid of speaking like with other people. I was afraid of sharing my ideas because what other people would think. So understanding that, okay, this is my fear, and this is why I told you to just share your fears. Seeing your fear and knowing that it's the only thing that stops you, but then going through it, it's what keeps you like going and going.
Okay, so I understand that you write daily, like your qualities and this kind of stuff. This is very interesting. I never thought about this.
Yeah. So it's the self-love, affirmation, and gratitude, and this is what I'm doing like every morning, creating that morning routine where I am setting up myself for the day. So I don't let other thoughts and other people tell me what to do. I set myself, okay, I am capable, I am great, I am good at that and that and that. And yeah, this is what I'm like teaching in the program.
Thank you. This is very useful. I will try also to write down this kind of things.
Cool. I'm grateful that I can help.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. I want to ask you, how are you dealing with stress?
With stress.
Yeah.
Okay. Hope you can bear with me. Okay, so the idea of stress, especially when you're building a business, is like it's every day. Every day you can be stressed, and there's so many like reasons to be stressed. Not only when you're building a business, but I don't know, when you're in high school or in college, everywhere. Like some of you right now may be like taking some exams, and I know it's stressful, but what helped me was to understand how the universe works. So this is like in the spiritual side. Just understanding that I am not the one who can control everything that happens to me is so freeing, because actually the stress comes from the fact that you can't handle it all, and there's so many things that you can't control. But what you actually can control is, wait, let me just light the this. Okay, cool. What you actually can control is your thinking and your behavior and your habits. And what helped me was meditate. So meditation and understanding that I'm not the only one who's responsible for everything, and the universe kind of like helps me to attract and just move me through the way that I have to go. It's so freeing, because right now, like, I'm launching the program, I'm building Elevator, so much stress that comes, but with stress you just can't move. You're so stressed that you can't take any action. So yeah, this is what I'm doing actually right now.
Thank you for your response. It's really empowering, and I wish you the best.
Oh, that's so cute. Thank you. Okay, other questions? I don't think, how much time do we have? Fabian?
For any questions, and I believe that's it.
Okay.
I have one question out of curiosity. The themes and everything that you post, I see it's really beautiful, like arranged and all the colors.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, like, how do you edit it? Do you use Canva or any other like platforms?
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm using Canva, and some of the posts are made in Twitter. Actually, someone from BYMUN asked me this yesterday. So the last post you can see, like, both on my profile and on Elevate profile, is just go on Twitter, make a Twitter account, and then write like a quote that you love. Then you screenshot the picture, and then that's it. So simple.
Thank you.
Yes.
Anna, I was wondering about something else.
Okay.
I was thinking, what will you do after you will graduate? Do you have some plans, like, I don't know, maybe working in a company and also having your business in the same time? Or, I don't know.
No, that's not my dream. My dream is to, like, have the laptop lifestyle actually, and move to Bali and be like, have my own business there, and just work from anywhere I want in the world. I like working for a company. I tried that, but it doesn't fit me actually. I'm such a bad employee. Yeah, so it's just going and seeing how far can I go, and how just making the dream happen.
Do you think to apply at the master program, or is no need?
No, for me it's just building the business. This is what I'm passionate about. And yeah, the idea of building something from scratch and making a movement, it what keeps me going. So like going like into a company or stuff like that is not my thing. Actually, it's just not my dream.
Thank you, Anna. Good luck. Because right now I'm not sure what I will do with my life. So, because I will also graduate this year, and I still have no ideas. Okay, I have some ideas, but I'm not extremely sure about them.
Okay, you can text me, like you have my Instagram, and I can even, like, let me write this here. This is my phone number, so you can just, now I'm sharing something very private. You can just text me on WhatsApp, like anytime. I am responding to you, and I am just so willing to help you with all the challenges that you have, or the fears, or just giving you a bit of like guidance or inspiration from what I can know and what I'm doing right now.
You are very sweet.
Thank you. other questions for the ones that remained. I'm so grateful for you. Okay, so there are no more questions as I can see. I see some in the chat. No, there are no questions. Okay. Cool. So if there are no more questions from you guys, I am so happy that you just sign up for the webinar and you took 1.5 hours from your time and listen to the story. I really hope that it was like even a bit helpful for you in some way. And yeah, if you want to know more about the program that I'm launching, you can leave me like your email or something, and I can just email you right away what like I'm launching right now. So it's just up to you. Otherwise, I am just so grateful for you and for everything that you've said and you've just shared with me. Cool. Okay, so Sandra gave me the email. I will email you, Sandra. Okay, cool. So, Fabian.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So the girls are giving the mails. Okay, you'll be the first to know because I'm launching tomorrow and I'm so excited. Like it's what I've been working on the past month. And if you follow like the Elevate Her page, you'll see everything there. Cool. Fabiana, I just want